You're gonna have your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Sink down into the heels and the balls of your feet. Let your knees soften. Let your hips soften. I'll show you from the side. So I'm just a little relaxed. The hips are over the heels, the heart over the hips, the roof of the mouth, the crown of the head, right, lifting up over the heart, just floating up. And you can bring your hands to the belly. Close your eyes and enjoy your breath. Feel the movement of your breath down into the belly. And we're going to feel the expansion of the inhale. So as you inhale, let's just press down and lift up a little bit. And as you exhale, soften down. I have my hands kind of like I have this little pooch here in my belly. I think it's pretty common. And I'm just going to slide my hands right below that pooch. And as I exhale, I want to use my muscles to lift that pooch up and in. And inhale, release. And exhale, lift it up and in. Or gently inhale, release. And so as you exhale, and this is the beginning of getting into that Uddiyana Bandha, right? The fly up Bandha. Lifting up, lifting your internal organs as if you were lifting them up towards the rib cage. They come back and up on the exhale. As you use the front of the body to lift up, you probably feel the lower back and the hips broaden as you exhale. So lifting and tightening up one side opens and releases the other. Okay. We're going to let's sink down into the knees and we'll inhale. Reach your arms out. Bend the elbows, draw the shoulder blades into your back, and then stretch out through your pointer fingers. So I'm pulling into the shoulder blades, reaching out through the pointer fingers. Breathing in. As I exhale, I'm lifting my little pooch up, lifting up the internal organs. And inhale, you can soften and release. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, shoulders in, fingers out, pooch up, and release. And then we're going to turn our palms up, reach them over the head, interlace the fingers, sink down, bend your knees, drop the tailbone. And as you exhale, lift up onto your toes. Inhale, open up even bigger, stretch out. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, the hands to the top of the head. Reach out the elbows. Exhale, lift up onto your toes. Lift up through the inner thighs. Lift up through the center of your body. Inhale, get taller, taller, taller. Open, open, open. Exhale, sink down again into the heel. So there's a lot of balance here, a lot of core stability. We're going to do that again. Inhale, pull the elbows out, feel the shoulder blades flatten. Exhale, push up, Lift up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale. Open up. Extend even more. Lift your waist up, away from the hips. Lift up that pooch. And then exhale. Let your arms float all the way down. And we'll take the right arm. Inhale up, a side stretch. Exhale down. Left arm, we're just going to go back and forth a couple times. Really loosening up, stretching out the side body, opening up the rib cage. Think about the rib cage fanning open to the side as you bend. Then turn your head, look down at the foot. So when I lift the left arm up, I look at the right foot. When I lift the right arm up, I look down at the left foot. Good. And then we're going to bring the hands out, soften the knees, and we're gonna twist. Bring one hand behind your back and stretch the other hand across. Inhale, open. Exhale the other way. It's big breaths. Get the breath through your body. See how I'm bending and extending my legs, getting a little bounce here. We'll go one more to the left and release. Swim your arms back like you're doing the backstroke. Let the shoulders loosen up. Again, stretching out the side body. And then we're going to swim our arms forward. Good. And then shake it all off. Let it release. Make sure everything's working. That our Jackie, good morning. We're standing up and we're shaking off whatever has to be shaken off. Shake it off your hips, shake it off your shoulders, shake it off your elbows and your fingers. You shake it off your head. Shake it off your foot. What did you step in now? Shake it off and release. Bring your hands to the belly. So we're talking about the belly, the Uddiyana Bandha. As you exhale, you're going to lift the belly. So I have my hands right under my belly pooch, right under the belly button, and I can feel the muscles work and lift the belly in and up as I exhale. We're going to do this. We're going to do Kapalabhati breath, breath of fire, a very forceful exhale, and a passive inhale. And we're going to do 10 slow Kapalabhati and then 20 quick. And the slow, I'll show you. The slow is like this. See, my shoulders are still. It's all here. This is where the work is. And then the fast is just like half a contraction. It's like, remember to breathe. If you get dizzy or this doesn't feel right, stop. We'll do 10 slow, followed by 20 quick. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should feel your core muscles now. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And another one in. And let it go. We'll take one more, then we're going to do another round, 10 and 20. Inhale and exhale and begin. And 20 quick. And breathe normally. And as when we're doing the Kapalabhati, when we're doing the Uddiyana Bandha, you want to think about using the core muscles to lift your organs up, lift the belly organs up. Okay, we'll do one more round because 3 is a charm. We're going to take a deep breath in. We'll do 10 slow, 20 quick. Lift it up, pull it up. And 20 quick. All right. Now we've found these muscles. I can feel them. I'm going to walk them up to the front of the mat. Okay. Stand at the front of the mat. And we're going to come into Ardha Uttanasana. So it's half a forward fold. You're fold at the hip crease. You're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lift the belly up. Lift those muscles up, stabilize, keep scooping them up, and fold forward halfway. Inhale, extend the spine, stretch your tailbone back, bring your heart forward, nice flat back. Exhale, scoop up that belly, engage those belly muscles. Inhale, extend the spine, wake up the back muscles. Exhale, squeeze and lift the belly muscles. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. And then we extend one more time. Bend your knees and bring your fingertips to the floor. Step the right foot back. Bring the right knee down. And inhale, lift up over your head. As you breathe, try using some of that work. As you exhale, lifting, feel the tailbone lengthen. Inhale, extend, lift up taller through the back. Exhale. Inhale. And one more. And we'll take the left hand behind your head. Press the back of your head into the left hand. Reach the right arm up. Away from the knee, reach the knee down away from the right arm. Inhale, exhale, take the right arm down inside the left foot. And then we're going to inhale, reach that left elbow up towards the ceiling. Exhale, turn and reach the left elbow towards the floor. So I'm twisting. Inhale, twisting open to the left. Exhale, reach, twisting down. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, one more time. And this time you're going to reach the left arm up. And breathe. Always as you exhale, try to lift up through the belly. As you inhale, open up through the heart. And we'll take the left hand, bring it around your back. Put the back of the hand right on the right waist and pull that left shoulder into your back. Pull the shoulder blade in and down. Pull the belly button around. Pull the left knee in towards the right shoulder. Pull the right shoulder now towards the left knee. Get a little deeper twist. Inhale. Exhale. Release the left hand to the floor. Put your hands on the floor. We're going to step the left leg back. Straighten out that left leg. Reach out through the heel. So the right knee is on the floor. The left heel is reaching out. And the toes are on the floor. A nice flexion. We're going to sweep the right arm up. and open up into a little twist to the right. Just stretch out and breathe. And then we're going to keep circling that right arm around, bring it down behind you and circle it forward again. Stretch the fingers forward. Pull the belly in and up. Pull the right shoulder blade into your back. Stabilize your core and lift the left leg up. Reach out through the left foot. Reach out through the right hand. Deep breaths. And then we're going to take the right hand down. I'm going to keep that left leg up. I'm just swinging it back and forth. It's hip height. I'm going to swing it to the right, swing it to the left. Let the hip loosen up, kind of like a metronome. Keep the belly lifted to support the weight of the leg. You don't want this all falling into your back. And then we're going to take the left leg, cross it over the right, and put the left toes down on the floor. Reach out through the left foot, and we're going to take the left arm up and open up. You can take that left arm up to the ceiling, stretch out your heart, reach the left leg behind you, and then take the left arm and stretch it forward over your ear, reaching it out in front of you. And breathe. So it comes over your head and out, sort of like an extended side angle pose. And breathe. And we're down. Curl your toes under, take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Wiggle your feet back. Inhale into plank. Push the floor away from you. Lift from the belly to bring the hips up into downward facing dog. Inhale, pull your heart forward, reach your heels behind you into plank. Exhale, belly lifts into down dog. Inhale, forward, plank. Bring your knees down, lower to the floor. We'll stretch the right arm, the arms up in a nice V. So they're framing your head in a nice V for victory. Let your feet open a little bit. We're gonna lift the right arm, the right chest up, and stretch that right arm away from your belly button. Inhale, exhale, bring it down. We're gonna do the same thing with the left arm. Reach it up and stretch it away from your belly button. And bring it down. And now the right leg is gonna lift up and away, pull the belly button in, reach the leg away from it, and down. And then the left leg, lift that up so you can get the hip up, pull the belly button in and reach the leg away from it, and come down. Now we're gonna inhale both arms up and away. They're like in a V from the belly button to the fingers, and down. And then both legs up and away from the belly button to the toes. And down, okay. And now everything is going to come up and reach away from the belly button. You're gonna lift the belly button and then bring the arms and the legs up and stretch away from it. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Cross your hands, turn your head, look over your left elbow, and rock your knees from side to side. Let your shoulders relax. Just let your shoulders, feel the weight of your shoulders sinking towards the floor. And we're going to turn and look over the right arm. Turn your head. All right, bring your knees together. Keep them bent. feet facing the ceiling, and we'll lift up into a Sphinx. Roll the shoulders back, lift your head forward, reach the toes up to the ceiling, reach the knees away from your belly button and lift the belly button, lengthen the tailbone away from you. A couple of breaths. And come down. And let the tops of your feet rest on the floor. Slide your hands down by the ribs. Hug your elbows in. And we're going to inhale, lift up into your cobra. Curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oh. Bring your feet pretty close together. And feel how your feet are connecting to the floor. Press down with the mound of the foot under the big toe. Press down with the mound of the foot under the pinky toe. Lift your heels up and bend the knees. Take a deep breath in. Think about your sit bones. Bring your awareness to the pelvis and take a deep breath in. As you exhale, roll those sit bones up towards the ceiling. So the pelvis tips forward. The pubic bone rolls towards the thighs. Push the floor away from you with your hands. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, exhale, draw the belly in and up, okay, as if you were lifting the belly button back to the spine and drawing your abdominal organs up into the rib cage. Inhale into the back, broaden the upper back. As you exhale, just straighten your knees about 95% and let the heels sink down towards the floor. If they touch the floor, then your feet are too close to your hands. You can walk them back so the heels sort of hover over the floor, giving you a place to go to, right? You don't want to get there just yet. So the heels are still not touching the floor. Inner thighs lift up and roll back. Look between your hands. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift the belly and bring your feet up to your hands. Good. You can bring your hands to your knees. We're coming into that Ardha Uttanasana again. Lift the belly away from the thighs, pulling the organs up towards the back and up towards the ribs. Roll the shoulder blades into your back. And we're going to inhale, extend the spine, stretch the tailbone behind you, widen the sit bones, widen the collarbone, and then exhale, just release and draw the belly in. It's sort of like a cat-cow. Inhale, widen the sit bones, widen the collarbone, bring your heart forward. Exhale, release, lift that belly up away from the thighs. Inhale one more time. Now this time, sink back wherever your squat is. Sink into your squat. Reach your arms forward. Keep your feet on the floor. And then inhale, press down, lift the belly as you come all the way up. Bring your hands up over your head. Bring your palms together. And then tap your thumbs behind your shoulders. Press your head back into your wrists. Reach your elbows up and away from you. Press down into the heels. Lift up through the inner legs to the center of your pelvic floor. Lift up through the pelvic floor, through the heart, up to the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale. Release your arms. We're going to fold all the way down into Uttanasana, lifting your belly as you fold. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift up into Ardha Uttanasana. You can bring your hands to your knees if you want. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step the left foot back. Bring the left knee down. And inhale, come on up. Lifting up, leveling out the pelvis. Bring the front of the pelvis up. Drop the tailbone. Feel the shoulder blades settle into your back. Draw the bottom tips of the shoulder blades down and towards each other. Reach your arms out. We'll take the right hand behind your head and push your head back into that right hand. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. Bring the left hand down to the inside of the right foot, coming into that twist shape. We're going to inhale, turn to bring the right elbow up. Press your head into the hand. Exhale, roll down, look at the floor, and point the elbow at the floor. Inhale, open up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, open up one more time. And then you can breathe that arm up into the air. Stretch the right arm straight up. Draw the shoulder blades into your back. Lift the belly. Pull the right knee towards the left shoulder. Pull the left shoulder towards the right knee. Pull the right shoulder into your back. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to stretch that right arm forward over your head, like extended side angle pose. Open up from the hip to the fingers. Keep engaging those core muscles. Inhale, exhale. We'll circle that arm all the way down and step the right foot back. Slide it all the way back behind you. Press the ball of the foot into the floor. Reach the heel out, opening up the quads, lifting the quads, lifting the kneecap, reaching the heel away from you. That ought to do it. Lift the belly. And then we're going to take the left arm and open up into a counter twist. Twisting to the left. And then exhale, we'll sweep that left. Let's sweep it back and down and around and forward from the belly button to the fingers. Lift the belly button, reach the fingers out, and then lift the right leg up. From the belly button to the right toe. Long stretch. Breathe. We'll bring the left hand down and just rock the right leg from side to side. I'm trying to keep it up as high as my hip. I'll rock it out to the right, rock it out to the left. Keep the belly engaged. And then we're going to take that top leg and bring it over to the left. And we'll reach the right arm up. Open up into your arabesque. And breathe. Inhale, exhale. Come on down and back into table and stretch back into a child pose. And keep the hips up if your knees do not like the deep compression of that deep fold. But if you can bend the knees all the way and bring the hips to the heels, you can do that. Press the elbows into the floor and let your head hang down. Maybe your head will touch the floor and reach your arms out. Take a couple breaths. Put your palms on the mat in front of you. Come up on your fingertips so your arms are off the floor, and walk your hands forward. Reach your hips back. Lift the belly. Draw it in and up. And then we're going to walk our hands over to the right. And we'll take the left hand and put it on top of the right hand. Hold, stabilize your hands, and then pull the left hip back over the left heel. Take a couple breaths, deep breaths into the left side. And then we're going to walk our hands forward and over to the other side. Bring them over to the left. We'll put the right hand on top of the left hand. Pull the right hip back in the direction of the right hip. And breathe. Inhale to center. Rock your hands forward. You can put your head on the floor. Lift your hips off your heels. Take your hands behind your back and stretch your knuckles up towards the ceiling. Take a couple breaths. Keeping your head where it is, just rock the shoulders back and forth. So the right shoulder comes down and the arms reach to the right. And then the left shoulder rolls down and the arms reach to the left. Just a little twist back and forth. And then release your hands to the floor. We're going to come up and just walk all the way forward to come onto your belly. We're going to bring the left hand to the right elbow, right hand to the left elbow. Bring your forehead down to your wrists. Let the back of the neck lengthen. I have my elbows pretty close, a little bit closer to my shoulders, so I'm pressing into the elbows, and the chest is coming off the floor. Relax the shoulders. Take a couple breaths. And we're just going to slide the right leg out to the right. You can bend the knee and let the front of the right hip open up. And take a couple breaths here. Keep things open. So you want to lengthen the tailbone so the lower back stays open and doesn't get crunchy. We're going to bend the left knee, squeeze the hamstring, and pull the heel towards your hip. And you'll feel a nice stretch in the front of the hip and the quads. We're going to keep our head on the right wrist. Slide the left hand around behind you and see if you can get a hold of the foot. If you can't get a hold of the foot, put the hand on your lower back and let it rest and use your hamstrings to pull the foot in. If you can hold on to the foot with your hand, pull it in with your hand and push the foot into your hand. So the hand is pulling the foot towards my hip. The quads are trying to contract to lift the foot away from the hip. And this gives them a nice stretch. So we're going to do that. If you have the foot, pull the hand towards the hip, push the foot away from the hip. Breathe. Your head is just resting on the right wrist on the floor. And then we're just going to let that all go. Bring the left arm around and come back. Slide the right foot back and come nice and straight and centered. Take a couple breaths. And now, while you're here, you'll be able to really feel the breath move into the belly and out. And we're going to take the left leg out to the left, then the knee, and stretch it away from the hip. Take a few breaths and let that. So we're getting into the inner groin. We'll open up gently. Always pay attention to how things feel on you. If it doesn't fit, don't do it. You're going to bend the right knee and squeeze the hamstring so the heel comes towards the hip. Lift the belly so the lower back does not get too kinky. Keep your forehead on the left wrist. I'm going to slide the right arm around and see if it can get a hold of the left foot or the ankle. And push the foot into the hand and pull it back with the hand. So there's a little tug of war going here. The foot's trying to move away, the hand's pulling in. We're getting a little more of a muscular energy going, a little more interesting stretch in the quads. Breathe. Or if the hand doesn't reach the foot, put the hand on your hip and squeeze the hamstrings, make your hamstrings stronger. Inhale, exhale, release. Bring everything in. Slide your hands by the ribs, lift up into your cobra, hug the elbows in, shoulders in, lift the belly, curl the toes, find your way into downward facing dog. Bring our feet pretty close together. The knees are soft. Push the hands away from you. Roll the sit bones wide and away. And press evenly into the inside of the ball of the foot and the outside of the ball of the foot. Lift up through the inner legs from the inner arch to the inner knee, inner groin to the pelvis. Couple more deep breaths. And we'll walk our feet out as wide as the mat. Walk your hands back to your feet. Let your heels sink down. Come up on your fingertips. Lift the belly and come into Ardha Uttanasana with wide legs. The knees are bent so you can really lift up the sit bones, widen the sit bones. Lift up the collarbone, widen the collarbone. Keep breathing. And sink into the heels. Turn your toes out. Bring your elbows to your knees. And so you can come into a squat like this. Okay. Then the squat, your knees tell you how far to come on the squat. Okay. If you want to start to drop the hips down and point that tailbone between your heels. Let the lower back relax down. The more you squat, the more you can squat. The more you practice your squats, the more you'll feel just how lovely they can be. Opening up the lower back, lift the belly, breathing all the way into the pelvic floor, letting it expand and release. We're going to push the hands into each other and inhale, come up to stand. Bring your feet together and your hands on your pelvis. Let the shoulders relax down and the pelvis level. Nice Tadasana, mountain pose, nice and tall. Feel the lift of the inhale and the sink of the exhale. Sink. Imagine the breath goes over you in a loop. Okay. And we're going to breathe in Breathing in, the breath is going to lift up the front of the body and swoop continuously over your head, change into the exhale and down the heels. You're just going to hold the breath out and lift the belly. And then inhale, lift up through the front of the body. Smooth transition into the exhale down the back of the body. Hold the breath out and lift up that pooch, lift up your organs. And then inhale up the front, down the back. Hold it out and lift. Inhale one more time, up the front, down the back. Hold it out and lift. And then release your hands and just breathe normally in your mountain pose. The joints are all soft. Nothing is locked. Nothing's locked up. Nothing's locked out. Everything's just flowing in and out with the breath, like the waves coming up the beach and down. And bring your weight to the left leg, bend the left knee, come up on the right toes. Take a deep breath in, and we'll step the right foot forward. Lift the left heel up, turn the left foot out just on the diagonal, and pull the left heel down. So the left heel is going to line up with the right heel. And the toes are turned to the left. If you were on a clock, the toes would be turned to 10 o'clock. We're just going to make sure our hips are in the right position. Pull the left hip forward, the right hip back. You want the hips parallel to the front of the mat and the shoulders parallel to the front of the mat. We'll bring the left hand on top of the right. Push the right hand up and the left hand down. And then inhale. Reach those arms over your head. Bring your biceps right alongside the ears. And just stretch them straight up, breathing in and out. Sink a little deeper into that left leg. Pull the left hip forward just a little bit more, and then lean back. Press your shoulder blades into the back of your chest and lift your heart up, widen the collarbones. Inhale, keeping the legs straight but soft. Let's just bend the knees a couple times, make sure they're loose. And we're going to inhale, exhale, fold forward, sweep your hands down and behind your back, interlace the fingers and fold over the right leg. Again, don't lock that knee up. The back of the knee should be soft. Lift the sit bones, lengthen the back of the neck. Now pull that belly in and up. Try to move the organs towards your back and up under the ribs. And breathe. Inhale, come up. Release the hands, bend the front knee, and stretch your arms up, coming into warrior one. Have your gaze straight ahead over the horizon, parallel to the earth, and the gaze is stretching to places you cannot see. Reach out through your pinkies, draw the shoulder blades down, the tips of the shoulders roll in towards each other and down. Now you're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lift up the belly, lift up the organs, and breathe. and release. And we'll just step the right foot back and find your way into your mountain pose. Let the arms just hang down. Nice long line from the feet to the crown. And we can just sink into that right foot, bend the knee a little bit, lift up onto the left toes, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, step the right foot forward, lift the left heel out, turn the toes out to about 2 o'clock, and bring the right heel down so it's behind the left heel. And we're going to just make sure our hips are level. Pull the pubic bone up, drop the tailbone. Pull the right hip forward and the left hip back. Roll your shoulders back and down. Pull the elbows back. Push down with that back foot. Take the right hand under the left. Push the left hand down, the right hand up. Hug the belly in. And then inhale. Bring your arms up over your head. The knees are soft. Nothing's locked up. Muscles are working around the joints to keep them positioned. And breathe. Look at that far horizon. Let your mind travel through your body, noticing your alignment. Notice what you're holding up. Are you holding something up that you should be putting down? And when you're ready, drop the tailbone, push the shoulder blades into your back, and lift up your heart. Stretch your hands back. Keep breathing. Keep the knees soft. In fact, let's just bend the knees a couple times and straighten them 95%. They're not 100% straight. Down and up. Down and up. And inhale. Exhale. Sweep forward. Hands behind the back. Interlace. Extend the arms. Extend your back over the left leg. Pull the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. As you exhale, lift that belly. Stretch the arms up and breathe. Inhale, come up. Exhaling, release the hands, and then we'll stretch the arms up. Bend the left knee. Push that right heel behind you. Push the right hip forward. Lift the belly and breathe in your warrior one. Inhale, exhale. We'll step back into your mountain. Take a couple breaths. Let your energy balance itself. And we'll just shake it out as we turn and face the long end of the mat. Let it go. Yeah, just wiggle those hips. Notice like I get a little kinky in my back, so I'm going to circle around, see if I can loosen it up. Where do you get kinky? Let it go. And then we're going to open our feet up as wide as they'll go. Put your hands on the hips, nice level hips, drawing the pooch up, drawing the organs up. Take the right leg and we're going to roll it out to the right. So the top of the thigh bone is facing the ceiling. The knee and the toes are facing the right. Level the hips. And we're going to bend the left knee, sit back into the left leg. Inhale, straighten the left knee. Exhale, bend the right knee just until it comes over the ankle. We're going to go back and forth like that a couple times. Make sure you're not hurting anything, right? Keep the knees moving the same direction as the feet. Keep your head up. All right, and then We're going to come into warrior two. Bend the front knee. Now my feet are not wide enough apart, so I'm going to wiggle that back leg further back. You can bring the knee over the ankle and eventually have the thigh parallel to the floor. That's what we're looking for. It might not be there today, and that's all right. Think about pushing the left heel down. Think about the left sit bone rolling down. Roll the left sit bone down, lift the belly up. We're going to bring our hands to the in front of us. Bring the backs of your hands together. The hands are down in front of the hips. And it's like I have one of those rubber bands that I'm going to stretch up. And I'm going to take a deep breath in. And as I exhale, I'm going to pull up, lifting everything up. Bring the elbows back. So the arms are as high as the shoulders, the elbows are back. And then I'm going to inhale, open up into warrior two arms. Reach out through the pointer fingers. Turn your head and look over the right hand. Left hand comes down to the thigh. And we're going to take the right hand across your body to the left shoulder. Look down at the left heel. From here, we're going to sweep the right arm out. And oh, I'm sorry. Keep the right, yes, the right arm. Sweep the right arm out and forward. Open up your chest towards the right, and then reach the right arm up alongside your ear. Keep the knee bent and reaching forward. Press the heel back. Left leg is pretty straight but not locked. Right knee is bent over the ankle. And I'm going to turn my heart a little bit more towards the ceiling. Let my head follow and lift up. Look at the sky. Inhale, exhale. Right elbow to the thigh. I'm going to let the left arm drop towards the floor. And just like I've got a hold of that rubber band again, I'm going to pull it up, pull the elbow up, reach the arm up, turn my heart towards the ceiling. Keep the knee pointed the same direction as the toes. Press into the left foot. Turn your heart to the ceiling. Squeeze the shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade into your back, and then reach the left arm over your head so the bicep comes right alongside your ear. Press the left foot into the floor and just see if you can lift the front of the pelvic crest up a little bit. And breathe. Inhale, exhale, release both hands to the floor. Turn your feet forward. And we're just going to rock, bend one knee and then the other. Rock a little from side to side. Take some breaths. Deep, slow breaths. Push into your feet, lift from the belly, and come all the way up. Roll your shoulders back. And you're going to just look at that right foot. You want it either facing the long end of the mat or even turned in a little pigeon-toed. Press into the right heel, and then we're going to rotate the left leg out to the left. And we're going to bend the left knee, go the same direction as the toes. Inhale, come up and bend the right knee just a little bit, same direction as the toes. We're just going to rock back and forth a little bit. And then our legs are going to come into warrior two legs. Press down with the right heel. Think about dropping the left. Think about dropping both sit bones down to the floor so the front of the hips lift and widen a little bit. Front of the pelvis. And then we're going to bring our hands down, the backs of the hands together right in front of the middle of your pelvis. And you're just going to pull up. Pull up like you're pulling a rubber band up to your chest. Inhale, pull the elbows back. Feel the shoulder blades connect with the back and draw towards each other. And then exhale, stretch your hands out, extending through the pointer fingers. Turn your head and look over the left hand. Keep opening up that left knee. Keep it going the same direction as the toes. Don't let it collapse inward. Deep breath. And then we're going to bring the right hand down to your thigh. And we'll sweep the left hand down. Maybe touch the right thigh with the left hand. Keep the legs where they are. And then inhale. We're going to turn and open up. Turn your heart to the left and reach the arm up over your head. You can lift your gaze up to the ceiling and breathe. Keep the hips engaged. Keep the belly lifting. Keep breathing. Push down, lift up. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch that left arm over the left leg. Bring it down to the thigh. Bring the right hand down. Let the shoulder hang down. And then we're going to pull up, rotating the rib cage, pulling the shoulder into the back. Reach the arm back. Turn your heart towards the ceiling. Keep the legs engaged. And then stretch the right arm over your head. Take a couple breaths. As you exhale, lift the belly, lengthen the tailbone. Look for space between the tailbone and the crown of your head. Push down with that right foot. Lift up with the right hip. Lift up with the front of the right pelvic crust. A couple of deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. Come on down. Put your hands on the floor. Turn your feet in. Rock a little from side to side. And then we're going to come and just sit down. And you can bring the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana. And we're going to rock the pelvis forward and back, just as if we were in our own personal rocking chair. Stretch the left leg out. Hold on to the right foot with the left hand. Hold on to the right knee with the right hand and pull the leg up. And then stabilize your core. So I'm going to look straight ahead. I'm not rocking my shoulders. I'm not really rocking the hips. I'm just going to bring the leg across and out. Just rock that leg. You can energize that left leg by pushing the heel into the floor and flexing the toes back to you. Sit up taller, lift the belly, lift the crown of your head. And then I'm going to take the right foot, put it on the outside of the left leg. Hold on to the outside of the right knee with the left hand. Turn, bring the right fingertips into the floor behind you. Roll the right shoulder back and pull the belly up and twist. And breathe. Okay, push down with that right foot. Push the right foot into the floor. Slide the left hand down to the right foot. Okay, I'm just going to take it down the shin to the outside of the right foot. Press down with the right hand. Lift up tall. Pick the right foot up with your left hand. And then we're going to kick it out. Pull the belly in. Twist a little deeper. And straighten that left leg. Kind of cross. No, straighten the right leg. Cross it over the left. And nice deep twist. Inhale. Exhale. Release. turn towards your legs, and just fold. So like we did before, when I fold, I'm going to lift the belly and then fold over the legs. I'm going to keep the spine long and tip the pelvis. Let the sit bones widen apart. Take a couple breaths. Don't worry about how far you go. Notice what feels right. Where do you feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs, opening in the back without any pain, no straining, no pushing. And then come up, hands behind your back, just a little extension. And then we're going to bend the left knee, hold on to the left knee with the left hand, hold on to the left foot with the right hand, and we'll rock it back and forth. Try to keep the ankle straight, okay? You don't want the foot rolling in and the outside of the ankle lengthening. You want to keep it straight, and that is actually better for your knees. We'll rock it back and forth a few times. Nice and tall, shoulders are still, head is still. You can gaze right at the right big toes. And then you'll put that foot down on the outside of the right thigh. Take the right hand and wrap it around the left knee. Take the left hand behind you. Lift up the belly, lift up through the spine, through the crown of the head, and revolve to the left. See if you can feel the left shoulder blade sink into your back and draw towards the spine. The left elbow is rolling in towards the spine. And turn your head gently, so you don't have to crank the neck, just very gently turn your head, press down, lift up. And I'm going to take the right hand, slide it down the outside of the right leg, hold on to the outside of the right foot, straighten the knee, and reach it away from me. Turn your heart away from the foot, reach the foot away from the heart, pull the belly in and extend the spine. Deep breaths. Now we're going to release. Lift and fold. Knees are soft. Feel a stretch behind the long bones, not so much in the joints. Deep breaths, expanding and releasing. And we'll come up, bring your hands behind your back. Oh, you gotta just lift up and roll and lay down. We gotta move on. We got more stuff to do today. Come on to your back, let it sink down. We'll just bring our knees in, give them a big hug. Rock a little from side to side. Then come into happy baby for a couple breaths. And you can move your happy baby however you like, or keep it still. And then when you're ready, release into Shavasana. Practice relaxing your body. Find a comfortable position. Let your mind follow the breath through the body. Notice where you're holding tension. As you exhale, let it go. Notice when you breathe in, and notice when you breathe out. Breathe in calm. Breathe out, relax. Rest, digest, heal. If your eyes are open, just let them close softly, and everyone just allow your eyeballs to sink into the back of the eyes. Let the shoulders sink into the ground, the arms relax. Let the hips sink down and the legs loosen and relax. And just notice when you breathe in and when you breathe out. Take a few full deep breaths. Gently start to wake up your body, moving your fingers, moving your toes. Stretch out your feet, stretch out your hands. Loosen the neck. Rock from side to side. You can bend your knees. Rock your hips from side to side. Roll over to one side for a few slow breaths. And then gently find your way up to your comfortable seat. And take a deep breath in and exhale, draw the belly in and up, and then inhale, extend your spine, roll the shoulders down, and we'll bring our hands to the heart. Feel the breath moving in and out. Enjoy the breath. And drop your head, smile down to your heart, grateful for all you do to take care of yourself and your part of the world and the people around you. And then we'll lift our head up and smile to our yogi friends who are Zooming with us today. Grateful for them sharing their practice and the lovely energies with us. And here we'll just send out our hearts to the whole world. Send out our hearts to all the other hearts in the world. Wishing them peace and comfort and safety and joy. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. There you go.
Thank you.